One more big Buu Saga buff, but how should you build Super Saiyan 2 Goku's hidden potential? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the ENT Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and trying to figure out what just might be his best hidden potential. Because, like his Majin Vegeta counterpart, there's actually, a couple different ways you can go about it, right? He's got a lot going on in his passive, so we're going to figure out what might be best for him. So, let's start by taking a look at his leader skill. He's Otherworld Warriors, Super Saiyan 3, category key 3, HP attack defense 170 across the board. On his super attack effect, he is raising attack and defense for 1 turn and causing immense damage to the enemy. It's a 30% raise on both attack and defense. On his passive, he's getting key 2 and attack defense 150% with a high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. He also has an additional defense boost up to 120%, the greater the HP remaining, the greater the boost. He's also got it, and he also has HP below 50%, an increased chance of evasion up to 20, so making him 70% chance to evade if you're below 50%. He also has an additional attack boost by up to 120%, less HP, the greater the attack boost, and if below 50%, he has a chance for a critical hit, 20%. So he's basically the opposite of Vegeta in terms of attack and defense, and then in terms of what he's getting for his below 50%, where Vegeta gets more attack and more damage reduction, Goku gets more dodge and critical hits. He also randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow when there's another Majin Buu Saga ally attacking in the same turn, or a Majin Buu Saga enemy. He also has a chance of performing critical hit 50% with a rainbow key sphere obtained, and attack and defense 120% when attacking with 3 or more key spheres, and transforms when conditions are met. And the condition is simple, same as a Majin Vegeta, 1 enemy, HP 50% or more starting from the 3rd turn. So very, very easy to activate compared to before. Once he does transform into the Super Saiyan 3, he is now key 3 and attack and defense 200% with a high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. He has an additional defense boost up to 150%. The more HP remaining, the greater the boost, right? Same as before, just slightly higher digits, right? Putting his dodge chance up to 30% as long as you're above 50%. Then, when you start to fall below HP, right, you get an additional attack boost as well. And then when HP is 50% or less, you also get 30% critical hit. So basically 80% dodge, 80% crit when below 50%, which is kind of nice, although you lose out on a lot of defense and the trade-off is more attack. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres when there's a Majin Buu Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, or a Majin Buu Saga enemy. He has a chance to perform a critical hit 70% with rainbow key spheres obtained. So if you factor in this one here, he's basically got guaranteed crit. He also has an additional 133% when attacking with 3 or more key spheres, and launches a guaranteed additional attack, and all attacks become critical hits with 6 or more key spheres obtained. So, I mean, honestly, not so big a deal here if you're below the 50%, although you do lose out on the attack boost. So that begs the question, what should you build his hidden potential? Well, we'll go ahead and flip over here to the game. You guys can see my build for the Super Saiyan 2. I have gone with additional attack for him with a sub crit. Now, the sub crit is, on my case, is mainly because I built him a long time ago with critical hit, because that was the thing he didn't have. But it will work out nonetheless. The priority on him should be critical hit should be additionals above else, and here's why, right? If we flip back over to our hidden potential guide here over on the Dokkan wiki, we can see that as an N type, his priority is actually evasion, right? If you go full evasion on him, he has a chance of getting 20% extra evasion, 30% if you invest the dodge orbs in him. On the other hand, as an int type, right, with combo attack, the best he can get is 15, 25 if you include skill orbs that we gave. So you can see that ours is 25. That means ours actually has a 50% chance to do an additional attack that has a 50% chance to become super. Now, You do kind of want to prioritize that due to the fact that he's greatly raising attack and defense for 1 turn, as well as having an extra chance to stun, which can be helpful. But that extra defense and that extra offense is really going to help him out, because defensively he is not on the level of Majin Vegeta due to all the damage reduction. He is a dodge character, so the more additional supers you could do, the better off your character is going to be in the event that he doesn't dodge. He does not need critical hit because he has guaranteed critical hit, which means his sub should have been evasion, right? Which means you're going to get around 11 evasion here. Honestly, I feel that that's the best way to approach him. It's going to maximize his output above all else, which is kind of what you want to be doing with most of your units. You could go full dodge and get him up to 30% and bring his combo attack around, 15 to 17, which is still good. It's still going to get you a little bit extra chance around 30%, which isn't bad, all things considered. So you definitely could go about it that way. But I do think the additional attack would benefit him far more than the dodge, because again, with 70% chance of dodge in base, 80% in Super Saiyan 3, dodge is also not necessary for him at all. So it's really up to you which one you prefer. I think additionals is going to benefit him far greater than anything else, though. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, how did you build your ENT Super Saiyan 3 Goku? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.